the scalar field and how it's around us is visible if you have eyes to see, if you're able to shift the lens, if you're able to use technology to actually see it, or if you meditate, practice internally, then you're also able to see this. As the old ones practice the harnessing of this energy. Sonoluminescence. So we're looking at, from the state of the plasma field, from the scalar field itself, we're looking at how does energy take form? How does matter take form from a scalar field, and how is that utilized? How do we see that around us, and how did it materialize? The world itself is a hologram, it's a matrix, and when it comes to mental transmutation, there's an absolute truth and there's a relative truth. The absolute truth of the world being an illusion would mean to many people that you actually don't engage with the world. Because say everything's an illusion, what's the point? But when it becomes relative, this truth here, then you realize that there are things you can learn, things you can develop. We are all a part of this oneness, returning back to source, cycling back in and out, going through stages of evolution and growth and development. So within this matrix, and within this illusion itself, to know the truth that it is an illusion, it gives one the ability to be lighthearted, not to take it personal, but also to be able to manipulate reality around you.
Sonoluminescence.
So this is sonoluminescence. Sonoluminescence. So let's get a description to understand what this means.
This star in a jar is made when a sound wave is passed through a small bubble inside a flask of liquid. And this sound wave makes the bubble do something remarkable. First it expands, then it collapses. And this collapse happens so violently that vapor molecules trapped inside the bubble slam together and heat up so much that the bubble gives off an incredible burst of heat and light, several thousand times a second, giving the appearance of a star.
Okay, so we've got this sonoluminescence. Stay with me for a moment. The star in the jar, the temperature internally can be very high, let's say. Let's just continue for a moment. So we've looked at the creation of this possibility. Look into the heavens for a minute. Let's see, what do we see when we look? And there are many videos depicting what we're going to see here when it comes to this matrix and light. So what I was showing there is how in this matrix here, light and sound are easy to manipulate. They repeat themselves in fascinating ways. There's a constant pattern. There's a pattern even in what we just saw. And in many cases, we may not even acknowledge this pattern and this simple beauty. It appears around the world. It appears in things that we do every day, this simple pattern, this orb, and the orb itself, either having concentric circles or being a spot or a dot. It's always repeating itself, whether it's on a micro level, or on a larger level, expanding out and then making a bigger unit. And we will see this within geometry when we look deeper into it.